Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So I wanted to show you how I've made these really lovely little flip lid tray boxes. So I've got my best friend's non-baby shower coming up. So it's been a bit of a funny part. Basically, she's pregnant and I said, okay, let me organise baby shower. She was like, oh, you shouldn't really have baby showers for the second baby. And I was like, says who? Anyway, it wasn't going to happen. And then instead we had a girls kind of catch up planned anyway, and I thought, why not kind of make that a little bit of a nod towards a baby shower. So I got in touch with this lovely Etsy seller, and I'll share her link in the description box below. This is the test one that she sends you, so she just tested the writing there in grey, and I asked her to write, "This is not a baby shower." So I've got these lovely cookies, and I wanted to have a nice little, you know, box to keep them in, and they're just going to be on everyone's table sitting. So yeah, I just thought, what a lovely little thing to do. I love doing this kind of thing. So this is how it looks. I've got a little finger pull there, and then it's just very simple little box, but I thought this would work really well for jewellery. So any bracelets, you know, earrings, things like that, and other small, obviously, gifts that you might have. But I have made it specifically to fit this in, and I wanted you to be able to see through the top there. And then I've started die cutting them, but I'm going to add these little baby nappy kind of pin dies that I've got. So it's a really straightforward one. Like I said, I've got it with the cookies in, but you can use this for anything that you might have, change your colours and everything. But it's a really nice, very quick and easy little gift box to make. So let's get started. So these are the safety pins, and I've also got this rattle. I've had it for years. I've got a feeling it was something like Lawn Fawn or Mama Elephant, something like Waffle Flower. It's one of those American brands, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I've got my other cookie here to use, and then all of the dies and everything. Like I said, it's very straightforward to do. You might want to use pattern paper. You might want to add mats and layers onto here. They look lovely in stockings, so, you know, covered with Christmas papers. And you don't have to have the acetate window either. You can just keep it, you know, as a solid piece. So for one tray box, you want a piece of 4 3/4 by 9 3/4. Along the 4 3/4 side, you want to score it 3/4 of an inch and 4. And then along that long side, you're going to score it 3/4 of an inch, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, and 9. Okay, so just do that as many times as you need. And then before I fold and burnish, I want to cut my little aperture. So I've got this one here, which measures, it's about from cut line to cut line, it's about 2 3/8 of an inch squared. Okay, so something around that size, and then I'm just sitting it. Doesn't matter which end because they're a mirror image, so it's exactly the same, but you just want to make sure it's as straight as you can get it. And in the middle there, I'm just going to run that through my machine. Okay, so that's now cut away. And then on the back side, I've cut myself a piece of acetate, and this measures 2 3/4. Obviously, if your frame's a bit bigger or a bit smaller, then you'd need to alter that measurement. And I've just popped some red tape. Oh no, it was that side. I can't feel it. There we go. Some red tape on the back. Double-sided tape will be fine, but you want a thin tape just so it's obviously going to be hidden. And then you're just going to sit that one over the top. Just give that a good burnish. And then whilst it's flat, it's easy to add the frames as well. So for the frame, I've got this larger square, which is just a decorative scallop one, which is 3 by 3. And then I just used the same smaller one. And then I've done 2 for each one, because I'm going to pop one inside just to cover the acetate there. But you just sit that one inside until you've got a nice equal frame, and then just tack it together, and then just run that through as many times as you want. So I've used the Centura pearl. This was the Christmas Snow White, I think it was, that I used on a lot of my Christmas cards. So a really lovely one. So I'm just going to use some of the Quick Grab glue, which is the Cosmic Shimmer one that I've got here, and just cover the back of the frame, and then just lay that on the back there. It is on some of the acetate, but it's also adhered to some of the cardstock there, so that will dry nicely. And then just do the same on the front. If you've got any marks or anything on your acetate, just spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol on some paper towel, and that will take off any sticky marks and get rid of any static and things like that. And then just sit that one over the top there. So just give that a second to dry. Okay, so now we can fold and burnish all of those score lines, like so. Now this is going to be the front, so I want to add a little finger pull here. So I've just got this 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to pop it in the middle there and just punch that one out. You can see I've got all these bits on there, but I can rub all that off in a minute. And then really simple cutting. What you want to do is cut down the long side on each side, and you're going to just cut down each of these and just take a little wedge off of the sides of the little 3 1/4 squared tabs that you're making. So again, you're just cutting down all of the score lines to the first one, and then just take a little wedge off of the sides there, and then again here. So I'm removing the score line on each one, and then just flip and do the same again on this side. Okay, so you should have something like this. Then you want to start with the middle two first. So I'm going to add my glue all over this one. And then you're sticking it to this end now. You're not sticking anything up there. So bring this down and around so it sticks to this one. You can see straight away now you're starting to get that tray in the base of the box. And then again, put your glue there. Down and around. Just make sure you've got a nice right angle and all your cut lines are nice and straight there. And then the front one here, just add your glue to each end and just fold those in and push it down, and then you can just go in there and just kind of tack down each side like so. If you just go in with your bone folder, you can just apply a bit more pressure there on each end. Okay, so we've got the tray, and then for the front pieces, again, just sticking it exactly the same way, but this time, if you close the box and then bring this down and around, you know it's definitely going to fit and close, like so. And then again, because you can lift that whole side up, so just bring that down. Just bring that one over, and you'll just get that lovely snug fit, and you've got the finger pull there to be able to open it. Again, just open that up, you can just go in there and just burnish that all. And that's your little flip tray. So let me just grab my rubbing alcohol. Like I said, just spray a little bit on some kitchen towel. Don't worry if it catches on the card. You might see it changing colour, but it will just dry once it evaporates. So just rub that over each side. Gets rid of all your sticky fingers, and it just brings back that shine. And if there are still any strays, I've just got a little brush here that I like to just get rid of any loose bits. Okay, but you've got a nice shine again there. So then I can take my biscuit, close that up so you can see that nicely. And then for the ribbon, what I did is give yourself enough hanging off to the left, and then just go over the bottom right side, and then pull this one this way and this one up to the other corner, and then flip it over so you've got some weight there to stop it from moving. And then once you pull this taut, it will pull in all of the corners there. Of course, the ribbon's optional. You might not want to do this. It does just close on its own. But then just play around a bit there with that. Like so. I actually need to cut one more. And you could have little charms hanging here if you wanted to. You could have flowers, you know, stick some lovely, like a cluster of flowers. You could have a sentiment on there, because obviously, you know, I've already got my sentiment as such because it's on the cookie, but you could definitely, you know, stick a nice sentiment on top, whether it be a birthday message or something. It's entirely up to you. So let's just put that other one there. Okay, so what I did with these, so I don't want to stick anything with glue and stuff like that, so you could tie the knot first, then sit this through the two end pieces of the ribbon. Actually, I undo it so you can see there, so I just popped it through because I needed to pull that a bit tighter, and then just finish with the bow. And then just seal off the ends of the ribbon, and then you've got that cute little detail. So I'm just going to get the rest of these on. So there's the finished little Table Favours. I think they look adorable. I love the little pin there, just, you know, that little nod to the baby, and then that funny sentiment on the cookies. I know this will make her smile. I know she'll really like this. So I hope you've enjoyed this cute little flip lid favour idea. I think these are great for little make and takes as well, so anybody that goes to any kind of craft events and they like to swap things that they've made. And obviously, you know, Table Favours, stocking stuffers, pop them into hampers, you know, have this with Easter colours on. You could have some little mini eggs inside there, or if you like to make your own cookies, you know, this is an idea that you could maybe do as well. So anyway, thank you for watching as always. I will link to the Etsy seller in the description box below. The cardstock was, I believe, from my local store. It's not Craft Perfect, so it has a little bit of a grain to it, so I can usually tell that one. But I'll link the Centura pearl one because that's really nice. And if I can find these little pin dies, then I'll link those as well. Thank you for watching as always. I'll share some other tutorials here if you want to watch them next. Also, if you've enjoyed today and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. And hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified every time I upload something new. See you all again soon. Bye.